Hey, welcome to another Car Conversations with Dr. B, because I'm in my car and I'm Dr. B. So today I want to follow up on my first video. I got so much feedback, so many emails and texts, thank you so much, about the difference that it made to watch that and to talk about like all of the things that are going on now with COVID-19 in our world. So I'm going to do some segments on this and hit a few different topics. So today the topic is fear. Well, so when I say fear and I say COVID-19, it's kind of like, duh, there's a pandemic going around. So I want to talk about fear from a number of perspectives, though, kind of some elements of it that I think might be helpful in making it through this whole process. So fear is completely natural. Fear is elevated when we feel like things are out of our control. So fear and control go together. How do I know this? Well, I think we all know this if we look at our store shelves and we look at the lack of frozen fruit and vegetables and paper towels and hello, toilet paper rush. People get fearful, so they run and they do things that they feel like they can control. And I also see it in some of the projects that people are doing, like purging, their closets, Marie Kondoing their houses, going into their garage and, cleaning out tool drawers and things, because it's something we can control. So when we have high fear, we have little trust in kind of what's going on around us. So we want to control everything we possibly can. And fear is just an illustration of energy, of where energy is going. So when we have fear and we're sending energy toward control, it's not a bad thing, right? It's not a bad thing if we're trying to control things that are useful to control. But often what we end up trying to do in our enclosed households is control the people around us, right? And that can cause all sorts of problems, or control our thoughts. And I just want to tell you one thing. So when we talk about fear and I talk about controlling my thoughts, I don't know if there's any ladies out there who are in my shoes, but I am a middle-aged woman with asthma and allergies. So I got to tell you that every hot flash I've had, I'm like, oh my God, it's the COVID, right? And my nose starts tickling and I have a little bit of a dry cough because, hello, it's spring out there. This nonsense about having spring allergies and COVID-19 in the Northeast at the same time. I don't know who planned this, but this is bad news. So as I sit there and think about this fear, like I want to control this, well, I can't control the fact that I'm in menopause, and I sure as heck I'm not going to the doctor to try to figure out how to ease some of those symptoms. I'm already taking allergy and asthma meds, so I'm just going to have to tolerate through some of this. But what else can we do other than try to control? And that comes back to a post I saw, a blog post by a friend of mine, Kara Russell, and she was saying that the other side of that fear is trust. And I said, when we have high fear, we have low trust because we're scared of what's going on around us. But I want you to trust in one thing that's really, really important, and that's this. We have never been through a pandemic before. I don't think there's anybody who can tell me. Maybe I'm missing something in our history. But we haven't been through this particular crisis before. But we have all seen some mess in our lives. Some of us more than others, some of us more often than others. But we have all had challenges. We have all had times in our lives when we couldn't see the other side, when we didn't know whether or not we were going to be able to make it through this challenge. We were going to be able to pay that next bill. We were going to be able to rise up after we'd lost a job or didn't have work to do or had a health crisis of ours or someone else in our atmosphere. So we have all seen some stuff. This is some stuff. But we have what it takes to get through this. Hear me clearly. You have what it takes to get through this smartly and clearly. Protecting you and your loved ones, taking the precautions seriously, diving into yourself and going into the resources that you have internally to be able to respond lovingly toward yourself and your response to this and others and their responses to this. We have what it takes collectively and individually to make it through to the other side of this. But we have to acknowledge the fear and we have to acknowledge the trust. With that, I want you to go bring the light to the world and show up as the light, but only from your windows, okay? Stay inside. Stay away as much as possible. Don't necessarily stay inside because it can be pretty beautiful out there for some fresh air. But bring the light. I'm Dr. B. See you guys soon for another installment of Car Conversations with Dr. B and this COVID-19. Bye.